get down? Yeah. Do you wanna get down? Tell me, do you really wanna get down? Do you wanna get down? Do you really wanna get down? Yeah. Do you wanna get down? Tell me, do you really wanna get down?
Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Maze, a.k.a. Scotty Pimpin with my man D. Y'all know what it is. It's N Pimpin Podcast, man. We got a guest here today. We got Mud, a.k.a. Mud Stunna. It's also his birthday. Give it up for the birthday boy one time, you know what I'm saying? We ain't find that out till a little earlier, man. That's what time it is, man. So, you want to pop this thing? You want to crack it up? Crack it open? We said we was going to pop that thing open if you want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it then, man. It's your birthday. Word.
Well, we back in the lab again with our special guest, Plainfield owns,
Yes,
homegrown, out here doing positive things, trying to help out the community
Yes,
and
indeed.
himself, his family, turn his life around.
Yes,
like he
sir.
said, from the prison
Mr. Ex-Felon
to the
his
playground
cellar. Yes,
to
indeed.
enjoying life and laboring the fruits of his family, trying to bring everybody a positive message.
It's a
And
movement.
like everything can happen, things can change in life. You can better yourself. There's always a second chance.
And we hopping on that train.
And we came to share. He came to share his thoughts, his visions, his views, and all his accomplishments since he came home, and letting you know there's a brighter future for him. So you go ahead and you let us, introduce yourself. Give us your real government and your name, and that way,
You want
anything
Yeah,
that need to be said, it'll be said on here.
it's Rajon Caver government.
Yes,
But,
sir.
I go by Mud. That name been around since I was a infant.
Yes, indeedy.
And it's an extension from my father.
Big Mud.
Yeah.
You know.
Man, the Ex-Felon Ex-Felon came from, spending that long, hard decade, inside of the prison.
10-piece, huh?
Yeah, 10-piece. Definitely a 10, a whole 10, over a 10 actually. So, and in that time, it was a time for me, even before I got sentenced for it, it was a time for me to think about what else is there for me to do
After that.
after this is over with.
Yes,
And this
indeed.
is in the beginning, because even before the charge happened, I was always thinking about how can I evolve? What could I do? What could I do? But I always knew later on I knew you gotta have your mentality. You gotta have mental
Indeedy.
together.
That's where it started.
In order to transition. And at the time that mental wasn't there until this charge happened. Which is, so ironic. So, in the midst of that, took my Shahada. And then a lot of things just start opening up for me. Like my mind, getting fed, literature and start to learn about. Yeah, discipline.
Discipline is the main.
So
Absolutely.
basically, sometimes a little curse could be a gift. You know what I mean?
called it.
Nobody wants to go in, but sometimes a little sit down will wake you up a little bit.
And that's the crazy part about the game, where we come from. Where we come from, it's this is to be expected. But, when you there, it's you either going to make the best of it or you literally going to come out the same and wind up right back into
Pretty
the same
much.
position that you was already in from the start.
Pretty much.
So, I looked at it even if you go back on my posts from years ago, I always said, man, this is my educational journey. This ain't prison right now.
Exactly. Use the tool.
Yeah, I had to use it, and shout out to my brothers who was there for me. And,
Definitely.
you
Definitely
know,
need a team to hold you down on 10-piece.
I'm telling you, because if you don't got a support system, man, that 10 gonna be long, hard, and drawn out. So and in that time and learning, man, I had to come up with something that was gonna not only help me get to where I need to be at, but also the people around me, and felons who's coming home from prison. And wallahi, I didn't think that coming home and things is jumping and taking off the way it is, and and
Crazy how he work, right?
it's crazy, man. You can't doubt him no more. The only thing you could do is put your boots on the ground.
Yes,
and,
sir. Get
just
to running.
march.
So was there any type of person inside that grabbed you and took you under and said, young man, it's something that, change your mind, your thoughts?
In the beginning, it wasn't really like that because you're in the county. You know, you got people struggling, even trying to bail out, and you know, a lot of gang shit going on. So once I got down, it was that one person, man. And shout out to him. He just came home from doing like a 27. You know, he pulled up on me and was like, "Yo, you read books? You know, I noticed you was reading when I walked by." And you know, he dropped, you know, the autobiography of Malcolm X. You know, and that right there took me on a journey. You know, and it led me to where I'm at today.
Exactly. I'll let you know, no matter where you at, you can get knowledge from anyone.
Knowledge
You
yourself.
get knowledge while you're on the other side of that wall.
Absolutely.
And you can apply it when you come home.
For real.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
It's real major because I ran across a book called Naeem Akbar. And when I read that book, he spoke in there about mental slavery. You know, and it was a part inside of the book where he spoke about, like, if you find yourself, I'm paraphrasing, if you find yourself inside or incarcerated, don't be one of those ones that those police officers got to walk by and see smoking, playing around, you know, this new era of what's going on with this stuff, we falling out. Be the one when he walked by you reading a book every single time. You know, be that person. And that stuck with me. You know, so every time, you know, they did their count or they, you know, they did their little stroll through, you know, my head was in the
You
book,
was in
man.
it.
I was in there.
And you can get something. You can learn something. You'd be surprised. You sit down.
Knowledge
It's
yourself.
in there.
Knowledge yourself.
Man, that building is tough, man. I don't care who you is. It's tough.
So what was it like when your first, like, when they cracked the door open, you came out and you hit the pavement? Your first thoughts were like, I need to do this, or I'm going to do this, or what it's going to be like when I get to this, like when I get out of here, like.
Well, you know, my previous bids, you know, from North to South Jersey, they all know, like, it was always on go with me the first two bids. Like, you know, it was lockup time. It was this. I wasn't educated or nothing. It was go time. This bid was totally different. I wanted to do mine a little bit different this time. I told you I was on an educational journey. So, you know, and with that journey, I stayed away from a lot of things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I stayed away.
People, places, things still apply.
It's still applying there.
It's still solid out here as well.
Telling you, like, if you go on my page and you go back, I remember it was a lot of things in there that disturbed me. You know, and one of my old heads in there used to be like, get used to this because these same weirdos is gonna be out there. Utilize these weirdos
Yes,
now,
indeedy.
so you can learn when you get
Yes,
out there.
indeed. They out here too.
They out here too, all around. It's just that, you know. So what I did with that was, once I learned how to do all that, it kept me away from a lot of the BS that was going on. So I was able to make it to the camps and then to the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? So once I made it there, I did my time in the halfway house in South Jersey. So, you know, I'm working, I'm doing what I got to do. It was crazy. But when they let me go finally to be free, I mean, I can only be honest with you. That's the only way I know how to be. It's still a struggle today, sometimes.
Yes,
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying?
It's still always.
Because of the environment and places that you go to that you're trying to change.
Right.
You know, you're trying to change their chain of thought. And, you know, and just want, you know, people to gather in and go on the same, not the same path, but the same fellowship that you was doing, and you want to do it out here for your community.
Right.
And some
You know?
jokers just ain't gonna be with it.
Right.
I know, you know, we all get the flack. Ah, man, I ain't doing this. You think you better than me? Now ain't nobody think you better. I'm just showing you another way.
You know, that's
Keep you from going in there.
you know, that's real, you know, that's powerful right there because it's like when you out there, you know, we come from the same place.
Yes,
so
indeed.
you know, like, you know what I'm saying, how it is in the middle of that, you know, them projects is a world within a world. You know what I'm saying? So when you out there and you slinging and you banging and you going at it, you know, my loyalty is to what I'm doing out there right now, frontlining and making sure, like, you know, I'm always going to be here for the ones that was here for me because that block was the only thing that
Yes, indeed.
that fed me when I ain't have nobody else to feed me. You know, when I ain't have, you know, clothes or anything, that section right there was the things that provided for me to, you know, for me to be who I was. 'Cause it was
And that's a lot of us. We've been through that too.
Yes,
You know what I
indeed.
mean? But some of us, we just took to it I mean, some of us didn't have to do it, but we just felt like it because we in that environment, we in that space.
It was so easy to
and
do.
it was just so easy to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you younger than us, but we experienced that whole thing.
It's a generational thing.
Yes,
You know?
indeed.
And it's good, and I'm glad that you home to break that generation curse. You one of the one soldiers that's fighting, that's showing that it can be done different, and I applaud you for
Thank
that.
you, man. I appreciate that.
And we actually he ran into us. Remember, he was on the move, helped campaigning with some good folk. I actually helped my wife win. Shout out to that.
Absolutely.
He was like, "Yo, man, my people was living around here." Pulled right up.
OG.
Me and D having a meeting, talking about what we about to do with the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He telling us what he trying to get to. The what's that? The from inmate to excel.
Ex-Felon
From
to
Ex-Felon
Ex-Felon.
to excelling. He spitting it. He told the game. We was like, yo, so as we get up and running, we gonna holler at you.
Absolutely. And he kept on he promised too. I'm here.
And thanks
I'm
for
here.
being the first
Told
one
to that
Thank you,
one
man.
time.
I
We right
appreciate
here
that,
on
man.
deck, man.
Thank you,
on
man.
the
We gonna
set,
be on this
Appreciate you,
ride.
man.
on the set.
Real. Because, you know, the way I look at it is like, you know, out there, you know, do you want to die? No. But
Exactly.
is that on your mind? No. You know what I'm saying? Because you out there and you in a mix. I done lost so many friends, you know what I'm saying? But today, you know, it's like, you got to show them a different type of loyalty. You got to show them a different type of, you know what I'm saying? Because
It's so much as more as like that type of loyalty, but you still till this day, your word has to be your bond. So
Absolutely.
if you say you're gonna do something, keep your word and do it. That means a lot. That's respect. And it ain't so much as because a lot of people can say they loyal.
for real.
You know what I mean?
Real, yeah.
But when you say you're gonna do something, you do it. That carries a long way.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's where that respect come in. Because the loyalty comes and go. Believe me what I tell you.
It does, and it's crazy because I just seen it firsthand, you know. And it's like, you know, with this brand, it was like, it's either like we gonna get out here. I'm gonna get out here and get to it, and they always gonna know that they always on my mind right here. So whenever I get my foot in the door, because it's a different type of loyalty now. It's like now I want to be able to stop y'all from dying and going to jail.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I can provide a way, you know what I'm saying, for guys to get off of the street or coming home from prison and provide them with
And
something
stay out there.
and to stay out there and feed their family and to feed their family and they family, like, you know, the generational type of things, like, that's a friend. I don't want to see you dying no
much.
more. I don't
Yes,
want to see you
indeed.
going to jail. I want to see you out here living and
Being
doing
with your
this.
kids.
And see, that's the thing. As far as even with me, I couldn't even count how many people that said they wanted a job, and I was like, okay, if I know something, like I told you, I'm gonna refer you. I don't care what you did. I don't care your background. I don't care whatever it is. If I know a place that's hiring and you say you need a job, I'm gonna send you there. Whether it's, you know, they say, oh, you're gonna mess up because I had ran into people. Oh, you gonna mess up? Nah, the person that counts. It's all on you.
sir.
It's what you
Opportunity.
do. It's what you do with the opportunity. So that's what I'm saying.
You providing that. Definitely providing that.
I want that.
And I know you probably done cut a little flack. You know what I mean? I know some jokers out there that's hold up, man.
you
Come
know,
on,
It's always
dog.
gonna be hate.
Yes,
hatred
sir.
somewhere.
It ain't.
No.
If it's coming from, you know, the inner circle, I don't know. But, you know, as far as, you know, what we trying to do,
As long as it ain't
Exactly.
coming from the in the
Yeah,
circle.
because that's
You know,
that's
that
just
circle you
smoke
got
right there.
nice and tight, and y'all doing and y'all making a move, and y'all moving, all that outside noise.
Word.
they've been supportive, man.
Yes,
They've
indeed.
been
And
rallying.
I see the movement.
Yeah, they've been rallying. They've been, you know, pushing because, you know, I never was known for nothing like other than standing on it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now that they probably heard the stories and they finally get to see, you know, I love to see them rally behind me
Yes,
and
indeed.
chanting for it because they
Yes,
know
indeed.
I have a plan. And if you
Exactly.
want that, then it's going to be right here for you. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, you know, the other type of stuff that go on behind, like with other people, you know, you always going to get that slack, you know, because, and I ain't going to call out no names, but,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes some people just don't want to work with you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And life could be so much better because my overall mission is to build a community.
And even on that, even I say on that word, and when I say your word, they know how your word was when you were slinging. So they know what you stood on then. Right. So you done transformed it into what you stand on now for positives.
Exactly.
So they know your word is still your bond. That's where that come in. That's where that trust will come in. But like I said, loyalty is a funny thing. You got different types of loyalty.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You know, the people are loyal to certain things. If it works, I'm going to be loyal to it. Really? But if it ain't working, I don't want to be loyal to it. Yeah. So you got to be that one, you know, to keep pushing and stay strong in what you're doing.
Right. Absolutely.
And don't get deterred.
Right.
You know what I mean? I appreciate how you came out. Gave out turkeys for Thanksgiving.
Exactly, that was a beautiful thing right there.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, tell us about that. Who helped you get down with that?
How you come across with that? Who donated? You know, you can shout them out.
Absolutely, I had to, man, because you know, coming from prison, it was like, and, you know, it's a lot of my homegirls and my brothers that can attest to this. Like, I was like, yo, I have to do something to change the image because just coming out,
exactly,
they're gonna be
just talking about
he's he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. So it's going to be not believable like that he changed. They're going to want to see it.
I want to see it.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. So I sit in my cell and they're like, all right. I'm like, so, you know, every day I'm like, I got him. I know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't for them to see me like that. It was for like, yo, they really need this.
Exactly.
My ward is the forgotten ward.
You see the movement.
Like, nobody never did nothing for my ward.
Indeed.
If they
don't
did,
send nothing down there.
Pardon me, I don't know.
Yeah,
you've been around there longer than me. You seen anybody do that?
I mean, it from time to time, but no, it wasn't those movements. There was no movement.
Some rapper shit.
Yeah. It wasn't no movement.
You know what I'm
was
saying?
big.
And you did some rapper shit. For real. You did some Fat Joe shit or somebody. You know what I mean?
It went down.
You did what that Rick Ross shit. That's the type of shit you did. You gave back to the community, like turkeys and shit. You know,
that
some Nino Brown shit. That's what you did. You did some Nino Brown shit. It's all good.
But you know what it is? Yo, I can't take, you know, full credit because there was some amazing people.
Teamwork. It was a teamwork. Yes, indeed.
That stood on business. You know, my man Holla.
Like yes, indeed.
You know, you can shout them out. But like I said,
Shice, they came through.
Yes, sir.
You know.
I seen
people that donations.
Too much sauce. Was that too much sauce out there?
Too much sauce,
yes,
man.
Indeed.
Man, too much sauce. He pulled up in clutch because
you
know they did things, and it was other people working behind the scenes, man.
Exactly.
You know, there was people working behind the scenes
that
wanted to see me get up off the ground.
Exactly.
Wanted to see you prosper.
You know,
yes, sir. Shout out to QCP. You already know what time it is.
Yeah, absolutely,
word.
Man. And then the bros in the hood, man, they rallied. Man, they rallied. They came
that was a
in a
beautiful
clutch
thing.
form, like, and I love all of them because they all came together and made that happen for me. You know, so I'm like, it got me on the stage with y'all.
Yes, indeed.
You know, and it opened up doors with other people. So, you know, my heart is in it to not leave these individuals.
Start respecting the movement. Like, yo, we ain't playing for real.
Because how I see it is like, sometimes, you know, you always gonna, you know, you're gonna have a group, you're gonna have your people, you know, and then as long as I can't do everything by myself.
No.
You need a network.
Yeah,
need a team.
Yeah, you always,
you know, and one of my close companions, man, he asked me like, yo, if you can get everything you wanted today financially, could you make it happen? And you know, I'm an honest person. I'm like, nah. And I'm like, because I don't got the team. He was like, that's what I'm saying. You can get $300 million today. What are you gonna do with that with your business if it's just you?
If it's just you.
So, you know, in my mind, I'm like, I got a whole group of people rallying behind me. I want to see them win. Women, men, everything. You know, because the brand isn't just about ex-felons. You know, it's meeting the ones that's excelling. You know, whether you've been to prison before, but it's us connecting with brothers and sisters who never been to prison before, who don't know about that life, but we willing to come to the table and be like,
sit down and show us another way.
Absolutely. It ain't about you giving. It's about a second chance. Like, we're going to break our backs forever. Just give us a second chance. Let us show you what it, like the ones who really want to change. And people been feeling that because I'm standing on that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what being solid is.
For real. Like, we going to come together community-wise, you know, and that's why I did it in my ward because it ain't been done. You know what I'm saying? That's why this code drive is being done again. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it's a bigger.
It'd be nice. It'd be movement. And I got a little slightly because we got to give Bill Bridge Hollis always got, she do the book bag thing, and
yes,
every summer they got the little basketball tournament, man.
Absolutely.
So it do be people out there doing little work. So we
Absolutely.
shout folk out. Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed.
You do good work in the community.
Yeah, man.
Like, because you ain't dealing with nobody that's fake. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just all real, and it ain't about, trying to steal somebody's shine. This is like really coming in handy, really coming in clutch for people who really don't have it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we all done did a much great damage to that town.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's about
Pretty much. Little get back. Yes, indeed.
It's just a little get back.
It's a lot, you know what I mean?
In today's society, and
Yeah.
dealing with,
Even Danny Dunn.
most of
Yeah.
the
Danny
young,
Dunn always had a little horses, you know what I mean? So,
like
it's
the
been
younger
some folk.
generation need that. They really need to see somebody your age
Exactly.
doing something like that because, I run across a lot of cats your age, you know what I mean? That really need direction. They just don't have it. And they so enticed with the gunplay and all the other social media craze, that don't mean nothing, because at the end of the day, we still out here killing each other for nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when they see positive stuff like that, they say, "Oh, I can jump on that."
Yes, sir.
They want to jump on that bandwagon.
And
'Cause
you
all they
ain't looked
really
at as no
looking for-
sucker.
All they really looking for is a couple of more guys like you, your age, doing positive things, and they say, "Yo," because they really crying to get out. They don't really want to be there.
absolutely, man.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But they tied into a gang or whatever. But if you showing the way and you showing that path that this can be done, more gonna jump on. You keep doing what you're doing, your
indeed.
positive outlook, your positive future, and how you want to do
And we
things,
on the
that's
ride.
gonna
I tell
happen.
you, we on the
That's gonna
ride.
happen.
Any
It's
chance we
gonna happen
got,
for you, man.
anytime you
Any
need
way
to
we can
get something
support
out
you,
there.
you come talk about, you can
Pull
bring
up to the N
other men
Pimpin.
and you do whatever need to be done, whatever need to be said, anything.
Yeah, that's real important, and I appreciate y'all giving me this platform
Yes,
to speak
indeed.
on it. Because it is important. Because it's like, one of my barbers, we was talking, and he was like, "Yo, why are these kids can't say no to games?" So I'm like, it's not about not saying no. It's bigger than that because like it's a stigma that comes with when you come from a certain area. You know what I'm saying? And it's a stigma that's going to get carried from generation to generation.
Yeah,
to generation.
and that's what it is. It's like peer pressure. Just like us, when we come to, we got friends that we know that hung out with us. That it wasn't like we could go and ask our parents for something, but we know they can't. They having trouble really handling just the bills. Right. So we like, all right, we go get this shit ourselves. That's how we felt. But it was some kids that had the moms and pops in the family and just wanted to be fit in. And as I grew up and as I seen some of them cats that just wanted to fit in, they didn't fit in. They either end up in jail for life or dead. Just trying to fit in. You know what I mean? So, when we struggled, we were struggling. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was a struggle. Right. You know what I mean? That, I started working at 14 years old. Right. But still, again, it ain't enough to get what I wanted, what everybody else on the street had.
If you seen somebody wanted that you can.
Yeah. So, it changed different. So that's how that thing worked out for that. But like I said, with you, the positive, things that you're doing, a lot, it'll seem like it's stagnant for a minute. But the more and more you out, your face seen, you doing what you need to do, and your team, it's a power team, y'all get it done. I got faith in you, I just wish you all the best. Everything you doing out there, man.
You see people touching out. I know there's different people reaching out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? The more once people see that Ex-Felon to excelling, start excelling, watch these people that start showing up.
And like I said, this mic, social media, it can reach millions. That will help you never know where your blessing may come from.
Absolutely.
As long as you're doing the right thing, people will support that. Don't think that it ain't people out here that won't, because it is a lot of people out here. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I just had seen on on Facebook a guy walk this little girl in Detroit, 6-year-old, walking to school. Parents sent her, black child, 6 years old, walking to school by herself. Her sister left her, she walking. The guy, he didn't want to put her in his truck. Black guy. He didn't want to put her in the truck. He walked her to school, but he called the police. He didn't want to put her in the truck and make it seem like he kidnapping her. So he walked her all the way. He crying.
That's what's
the
up.
dude was crying, literally crying on the phone. He's like, he wish he knew of your parents. He got her to school. I mean, they found out that was the school she was going to. Got her into the school and everything. They called her. They went. Now, I just seen that they locked the parents up. Right. Well, how could you send your 6-year-old daughter? She ain't had no hat on head. Cold as hell in Detroit.
Right.
No, she had shoes on, but no jacket.
Absolutely.
Like, 6 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the positivity that you do, man, you never know. You find people like that just care.
Right.
Because he could have been a dude that just walked by.
Word.
Or just left a little
I
girl.
probably would. I would probably did something. Word.
But see, this is what I'm
Cold
saying.
too.
Even though you pull up, another person like, let me put her in the car, but then he thinking, nah,
That's
if I
gonna
put
look
her in the
crazy
car,
too.
that's gonna
Yeah,
look crazy
yeah.
too.
Start
So
screaming or something, that ain't gonna look too good.
He let her go. He just walked it on. So that's what I'm saying. It is some good people in this world, and they will come to your aid, believe me, to help with
always
your
good
cause.
food.
With your cause that you're doing.
So he
Believe
told
me.
us. The minute you walked out the yard, we was like, yo, so we get up and running. We call him Mud over, you know what I mean? We gonna let him know. Yes, sir.
For the cause,
It's
man.
it's a real bigger, like, the scale is big, you know what I'm saying? But it can be tipped, you know what I'm saying? Or it can be balanced, but, for the main part, because this brand is so large, you know what I'm saying? This brand is large because it ain't, it's the adolescent side, it's the adult side, it's dealing with, ex-felons, women and men coming home.
Yes,
You're dealing with, the balance part is you're dealing with these adolescents that we trying to not get to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with
Trying to grab them before they even go that way.
absolutely, and then we dealing with the middle part. What's the middle part? What's the common ground? The ones who never been to prison before can lock arms and bring us together.
Exactly.
Stop,
Stop that
you know
chain
what I'm
from
saying?
before we even get there.
Stop the cycle.
That's the whole.
Because it was a
That's the
cycle.
cycle.
B. It's crazy to admit. I remember being showed how to make prison food before I even went to prison. I'm like, why the fuck am I need to have to make that? And they was like, dog, the shit that you doing, you're gonna need to know how to make this. And you ain't thinking. I'm like, man, I ain't even eating that. Dog, I'm about to go get me something to eat over here. That y'all eat that? And fast forward, like, I should have listened.
I hear so many people talk about prison. Like you see on the internet, everybody talk about prison, but they never talk about, precise things that'll really make you think.
Yes,
I'm
indeedy.
about to go speak at this school, after the school, the kids come back off a break or whatnot.
Okay.
So it's like, yo, when you start talking to these kids and they have this, they have this mindset on where they want to be at right now in their life, it's only because, people, places, things. They're surrounded. If this is all they see and all they know, then this is what they're gonna take to. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you giving kids something, you got to give them an alternative. You can't just say stop without saying okay this. In this whole town, it's like it feels weird.
It's different because it's a lot different because today the parents are the friends instead of being parents. That has a lot to do with a lot of things. When we growing up, we had parents.
You couldn't even be in grown folks'
You couldn't even
face.
be in grown folks' page, and you say,
Or the parent got a friend out there that's gonna be on your body.
Yes,
There
sir,
you go.
with the quickness.
For every move you make, you're gonna feel
Jump
crunch.
on you and take you home.
Today it's a it's a tricky situation right there because a lot of these parents are being their kids' friends instead of being their parent, and then they don't know how to turn it on and turn it off. It's a certain time to be listen. At the end of the day, I'm still your parent. I don't care how, when it comes to me, like I'm your parent at the end of the day. So
I talk
it's
about
hard.
that to my homegirl all the time because there's so many layers to when you're dealing with kids that's, taken to the street part. Because, you could have, you could have people or a group of family and they could have a mother and father. But they're both working different shifts. So it gives a gap for these kids
get a little loose.
get cool with somebody just that's from around a certain area. Probably balling together. Probably doing something together and you cool with them. Oh, your mom ain't there, we're gonna come over. So these windows that they get, not with just that. And then you got the single parent home.
Yeah, and then you got the internet. It's so easy.
Yeah, the internet is.
It's just so easy. You know what I mean?
It's wild.
It's just too easy today.
It is.
You got access to everything just so easy.
It could be bad or good.
You know what I mean? Bad, then that's it. That's the choice. It's all in your mind,
we
too.
was going
You got to make a
outside.
choice.
Right.
Is
That's
it going to be
inside
bad
trouble.
or is it going to be good? That's the thing. You
That's
got to make
definitely what
that
it is.
choice.
That's
Trouble.
inside trouble right
That,
there. We was
you know-
getting in the outside trouble.
Right.
That's what it is. It's the choice you make.
Word.
It's going to be bad or good. It's your choices.
It gave him a
And
big
that's
reach.
and that's what got to do with a lot today in the world.
Right.
It's the choice you make.
Absolutely.
You got a choice. Anything you do.
Yeah, I struggle with that part when it comes to like adolescence because it's like I think about me as an adolescent and I'd be like, did I have discernment when I was adolescent?
at all.
I had a level of it, but what part of that level did I have to know that this was wrong, but I still went out and did it? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, the advice you get from your mother versus, individual like you. When I go outside, I hear my mom say, you going out there around them, you doing this, you doing that, you doing this, somebody gonna tell you, but I'll come out here around y'all and I take y'all advice more serious than I would my mom. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like I try to put myself in a situation all the time because I've been there too. You know what I'm saying? Even though the time changed, I've been there too. And it's like I honestly want them to know that, the decisions that you're making, they're coming from a place, of their lack of discernment. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have nobody to show you right from wrong, it's just like the two parents in the house. You can have two parents in the house, and you can have these two parents in the house, but if they're not raising you, what level of discernment you gonna have? Because you're gonna be raising yourself thinking you got all this stuff together. So when you start going outside, the wrong stuff gonna cling to you faster than the right stuff is. So you can't fault them, but the only thing you could do now in this space that I'm in now, after all the wreckage that I done caused, and me and my friends done caused, and it's sad that they rather hear from somebody who did it versus somebody who didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, but that's just how it is. And this the flip side of that too. Sometimes when you talking to somebody that like know you, and they like know the work that you done did already, and then you trying to tell them, though, this how you should move. They still look at you like, but hold up, man, I know you, but I know you know me. You know what I mean? But you gotta put that to the side. That ain't me no more.
Right.
Like this me right there, and I need you to be on that wave.
I think it's hard for them to shake
It be.
the old you.
Yes,
the
it
old
be.
version of you. It's
It
hard
be,
for them
yeah,
to not
'cause
see that.
but yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because at the same time when they say, well, you used to do it and this
Yeah.
that, and then you tell them and you showing a different you, but at the end of the day, in their mind, you that same
Yes,
person,
indeedy.
Right. If they don't understand
That's
you
when
evolving and
that's
you're
when
changing.
the physical showing.
Some friends can accept it, some ain't.
Right.
They want you to be that person that they known you to be. And that's where it comes like, that's when you just distance yourself and, listen.
That's a big loss.
Outside.
Because I respect it, but because I respect it because it's like it was a point in time where I did the same thing with some
Exactly.
people. Their presence was so dominant and so effective around us is that now that they ain't there, it's like, well, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? He got going on what he got going on. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I got to get out here and throw. So sometimes it be just off of who you used to
Exactly.
be and what that meant to
Yes,
the people
indeedy.
around you.
Yes,
That you'll
indeedy.
just get in your feelings and say whatever you say. But
Cause we said the same thing. We thought the same thing. Like, what the fuck, man? Getting to that, man, damn, you don't come around no more, so you ain't. It ain't that. It's just that people. The life just evolved.
Life
Like
evolved.
these, we gonna be here, and then the next person go there. So we become the guys that used to tell us not to do the dumb shit.
It comes with it. It comes like, because I see it now for myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because when you got a son who's out there in the mix, that takes a different toll on it now because it's like you see yourself again. So everything that you don't like in him, it was you. So, you start to look at things differently now. It's like, now I have to be on this. Like, I have to be on this because I want to get my child out of this.
Exactly.
Like, I have to stay on this path. You know what I'm saying? I can't break that,
Exactly.
that trajectory because, it's a life, multiple life, but that life that's mine is like, it's dependent on, it's hanging in the balance, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I embrace the change. You know what I'm saying? And I love the change.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I never had this feeling before. Because, coming from where we come from, it's smoke, it's action. There's always something going down. You're always ready to move out. So, today, I had to, sitting in that cell, I had to learn myself.
That's where
I had to learn who I was and how I was. So now I know how to take myself out of situations before it happens. Because, something that I talk to, like, certain people about that I'm going to be preaching to the youth about is, man, if you ain't never left out to the club and came back home without somebody, then you'll never know how it feels. To have this mindset to, like, when you changing, I can't do that no more because of the mindset I got to click back into, that I know that I want us to make it back home because I know how I feel to go out to a club and come back without somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that happened on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I chose to do this on my birthday because I wanted to replace that with something, a little bit more
Something
positive.
solid.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never gonna forget broski, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? And this is something that I'm going to be beating into these kids' head. Like, change is necessary when you're trying to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
indeed.
Absolutely.
And the sad part, it ain't even sad, but just the reality of it. Some people's getting left behind. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yep. Absolutely.
It ain't even
Nothing
it
personal,
ain't no
but
friendship,
we
nothing. It's
going-
like that. Listen, you already know what this ship is. Ex-Felon to Ex-Felon, and we trying to move something. Stay over there if that ain't what you trying to do.
I'm gonna be
know what I'm
honest.
saying?
Man, that's a heavy thing for me.
I already know.
You
It's
know what I'm
always
saying?
been. It's been heavy from the time.
It's heavy.
That is definitely heavy
Because you
because
don't
the
wanna
love for
see-
people we had.
You don't.
You listen. They always say that.
You know what I
You
mean?
can't take everybody with you.
That's the thing.
If
Everybody
They
ain't
ain't
going.
willing to go. That's it. It's just some people that ain't willing. They ain't willing and they ain't ready to go. I mean, you could try,
Right.
but don't kill yourself in the process.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Or let
Or
somebody
let
stop
like
the
I
shit.
said, if the team is the team and they moving,
Cause you can already see
if-
your
if-
train is
if
definitely
you
moving.
if you tell him to come in off the bench and he don't want to play, hey, you got to cut him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So
Like,
That's it. You just
like,
got to go. It hurts. Believe me, it hurts.
because I know, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's like
Because you know some of their hearts, how they in,
Yeah.
and how they
what they invested in, like,
Yeah, and you invested time. Like I'm telling you, I done been through this. I've been through this. What you saying? Believe me, what I'm telling you. I done had friends where I'm like, I'm trying. Don't want to come, but listen, I'm going this way. Is you coming? If you want to do something different, you can do it. But I'm just letting you know I'm going this way, and I think this is the best way to go.
Right.
Man, you can come with me, or I got to leave. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be miserable. You don't want to be undeniable about things you want to do in life. You got a future, and you got kids. You know what I mean?
it's the battle is going, and I always like referring to anything like war because it's always a battle.
Yeah, and that's what it is. You're gonna be in a battle for the rest of your life.
For real.
The day since the day you was born, you're gonna be in a battle of your life.
I heard this I heard this from somebody before, and it was perfect for me. He was like, I'd rather be a gardener in war than I'd rather be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in a war. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's time to, just face life battles, I want to be able to know that I'm sturdy enough. My armor is polished and my sword is in my hand ready to fight these battles. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been through it, and I want to make sure that I'm sturdy enough to make it through everything. You know what I'm saying? And I know even with this mission, it's all about like this mission. I got to walk through everything first before, when these guys start coming home from prison. That's from now it's just Like, but you gotta have your mind together. I just can't
Exactly.
put you on a ship and you trying to fight with the captain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't put you on a ship. You trying to
Gotta
fight
show
with
you how I
the
did
niggas
this, how
below
I
the
did
deck
this
trying
thing.
to. You know what I'm saying? I need you to come on and participate.
Yes, indeedy.
Soldiers.
Yeah, like and that's not
And
a bad
work your
word.
way
to
on
use.
up.
Yeah, and it's no different from the game, the negative game that you was on to this positive one. It's negative, positive. On the positive, I need these positive soldiers. And like I said, from what they know about you, how your word was your bond, if they real soldiers, they're gonna fight with you, not against you. There you have it.
The funny part about that is because I sat back for so long. You know, I did over a decade because I had a 12 at 85, so it was over a decade. You know what I'm saying? So I sat back and looked at this brand through every which way possible. You know what I'm saying? And I even thought about, you know, even when it come down to that, because you have some people that'll play off the loyalty that I used to have for, you know, for them and for the thing.
Their own gratification.
Their own gratification. So I know how now to use and utilize certain things, you know, into my advantage. And it's not a bad thing because I know
get
what
some
you're out
things
the
done.
game,
Yes,
but I
indeed.
also know what's at stake here.
What you learned as an adolescent and doing what you was doing, it still applies. It's just positive. It ain't negative. Listen, as you take it to a job, when you're on a job or this and that, everything you learn, if you know how to be a universal person, that means you know about the hustle game and you know about the workforce game. You tie them into you're a businessman. However it go, you're a businessman.
You
And
already hit
and
the
you
ground
can tell.
running. Ex-Felon selling that thing.
It is.
Yo, you know, hey, I had to. You know why? Because like when I was sitting back, and because you know I had a phone when I was in the camps, like, like I had a phone, and you know, so I was just watching. I wasn't saying nothing to nobody. I was just watching, and it was real depressing. And seeing what I was seeing, seeing some of the people that we grew up with, and how they fell from grace, and how they was trying to make us to be something that they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it was, you know, it was, you know what I'm saying? I knew I couldn't come back out here and give myself a moment to even think about anything, let's just say negative. I knew I had to go out here and go full throttle and just
sir.
go. I came out here, I got a job here, I got a second job
And
here.
boom.
Now I'm working on this brand.
Ex-Felon to excelling on the move.
And, you know, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And this the beginning because I heard Wallow.
just
I heard
what it is.
I heard Wallow say something when he would say when he came home he had a book and he had $1,000. Now if I'm lying, I'm flying. Like people know it. Like I done showed them. I had a book, multiple of them, and I had money set aside to when I can do certain things that I wanted to do. And this was back in 2020. I don't know 3. I wrote in these books every single thing, and this is just it's 5 books. What I'm doing right now is the first book, probably like
See
the
what I'm
first 3
saying?
pages.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
This is just the first 3 pages, like you know what I came out here to do, and there's 5 of these books. You know, and I haven't even really dug into really what I'm really trying to, because this thing is it's the beginning, but it's so useful. You know what I'm saying? If you want things to change, you got to be the change. You got to be the person to really put something in place.
And then
think
apply
about
it.
Right? And
Think
then
about
apply
it. You had 10 years to think about all this. And 10 years ago, technology wasn't like this. So it speeds up the process. So the little that you're doing, you didn't know it was going to take off like that. But you're ready for it because you got discipline from them 10 years. Think about
Already
it.
ready.
You're disciplined, your mind disciplined, you're stable. So all what bum
Curse to the
wrestling,
blessing.
you got a team, you're going to handle it, brother. You're going to handle it.
We on the promotion team. Pimping and then pimping.
You're going to handle it, brother.
No doubt.
Absolutely, man. So what other things you got coming up, man?
I got my coat
drive.
drive coming up, man. You know, because you know I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something, you know, special for my section and award one more time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a forever thing because you know we
Yes,
the forgotten
sir.
ward. So, but this coat drive is important to me. You know, we got hundreds of coats. We got hats, scarves, gloves. We got, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have a station for hot chocolate because some of the homegirls and brothers like, yo, we're going to be outside. Like, yeah, due to other reasons, we can't get none of the buildings around our area. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to be outside. We've been outside hustling, doing all this kind of thing, the freezing cold.
Yes, exactly.
So doing
back
something,
to BC. We
doing
using
something positive and youthful. Then we back out here on this block.
a little hot chocolate.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Like,
get to
you know,
it.
the corner store, hot soups, what you want? I'm going to have noodles out there. If that's what you want, we out here because we did it for something that was sending us to jail. So we mean time we can't do it again for something that's providing for people.
Indeed.
Yeah,
And that's another thing. I'm quite sure it's some roadblocks. Some people, you see you doing it, and they're digging the bag. Oh, but you did X, Y, and Z, and used to. But I ain't doing that now. You know what I'm saying? I'm positive. I want to look. I might need a building. I might need a little gym. I might need a little sponsor. Sometimes these people could be a little stubborn.
They
and
can
they
be a
take them a
little
little
stubborn,
time
but
to come around, but we gonna push on them.
It's like
We gonna make them come around.
You at this point, it's like I'm not looking for I'm not looking for no handouts. You know what I'm saying? What I'm looking for is just a second chance. And you see me growing,
Opportunity.
and you see the opportunities. Be like, yo, I really want to help. Give him you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying, the tap, like, cause the pushing forward. Because, like, I look at like I was in the street and I passed with flying colors. I don't got nothing on my name, no stains and gel, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you know I did that, but now it's like I want to convert that over here to this lane.
Some new
so if you
types.
see me doing this, and I never did no backdoor shit to nobody. I never, you know what I'm saying, whack nobody for nothing. I never did this. I ain't did nothing but stand on business, and that's in my hood and abroad. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not known for nothing but standing on it. You know what I'm saying? So now that you see me converting over here to this lane, trying to do something positive, because I felt like I played the part in the way things is now today. You know what I'm saying? I played a very strong hand with a group of other people in the way things shifted. So, you know, now it's about like, you can do the same thing now. You could bring it right back.
Right back.
You know what I'm saying? So this coat drive is just something that I really wanted to do. And again, you know, shout out to my sponsors, you know, people who stepping up and they providing. You know, we're going to have
That's
fish
all the time.
dinner. We're going to have fish sandwiches, chicken sandwiches. We got the load coming out because we want to shine a light just on the ghetto. Like,
Yes, indeed.
and some people, you know, with much respect, they wanted to, you know, to be somewhere else. But, you know, it's nothing like coming out of the projects and seeing it right in front of your door.
Right there.
Because you could come out your door and hear about it's happening on the east side, it's happening here. But when it's outside your door, nobody never came around and did it. You know, it's a different take on the kids and the people who's been around there, you know, the adolescents who, like, grew up hearing your name.
Yeah.
So, you know, this code drive is important, but
Exactly.
it's much more stuff coming after
It's
that.
needed.
Yes, indeed.
It's just needed in
It's
the
all
community.
needed.
In
It's
our
always
communities.
needed, man.
That's
Anytime the
all.
hood can get some
in
give
the
back.
black community, it's needed. All that is needed. Any positive, any outreach, any type of
Bless you. You got like the single
Coat drives,
parents or
everything.
whatever, man. Little,
All
you'd be
that's needed.
surprised. Little school
Absolutely.
supplies, little coats, little hats,
And,
little Christmas stuff. Man, that go a long way for some people that ain't got it.
No, for real.
and you say you're doing a little speaking at a school?
Yeah.
Speaking at a school?
Yeah, all the little details ain't been ironed out, but it's for sure happening when they come back, you know, after they break.
Okay.
Because,
After
you
the
know,
Christmas break.
because there's a lot of kids who's unaware of, you know, the magnitude of gang life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I ain't know. I didn't come from. This whole town watched me transition. You know, I wrestled. Shit, it ain't no secret. It's out there. I played football. I boxed. You know, gang life, projects, Liberty Street. Had a son. Went to jail 2 different times. Then got that 10-piece. Went to jail. Came home, and now you seeing the person that came from all that. This whole town seen that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was an athlete who was, you know, just on a different level, you know, in my travels. So the whole town seen me, you know, they seen the evolution. So, you know, now that they seen a person like this now, I get great feedback from a lot of people who watch me grow up and who seen how I was, you know, even inside of the trench. You know what I'm saying? They seen how I was. You know what I'm saying? So me going back talking to these kids is so important to let them know, like, man.
If you could change anybody, That's
all day. It's part of
just a part
maturing.
of growth.
It's just plain and simple, man.
You gotta have it. You
part
gotta
of
want
growth.
it.
It's
You
part
gotta
of growth.
want to
Indeed.
change, man. Because you know the part they don't talk about when you sit inside that cell. The part they don't talk about is certain decisions you gotta make. Mm-hmm. Because when you in that motherfucker for real, you really in there by yourself. Because
Absolutely.
Plainfield ain't but so fucking big. So when
Yes,
you go in that
indeedy.
motherfucker, it ain't like it's
And
100 of
while
us.
while you in there, you can end up being in there, change your whole life, and still be in there for life.
No, for real. I know a lot of
You know
great
what I mean?
men that I left behind inside them walls that'll change, that they'll do anything besides snitch, but they want to change so bad that they come to people like me that they see, you know, I was kind of like a loner in jail. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with everybody. We was cool, but I'm outside working out by myself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing something, I'm doing it by myself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people know if it was like that and it was smoke, that door is getting closed and it's me and you by myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that these kids don't even know about that they're gonna be facing when they get in there, and you gonna have to make certain decisions, or you gonna be somebody that's constantly getting took advantage of.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. That's why when you was in there, you grabbed books. You gravitated to books in there, but you could have gravitated to the gang life in there, to knives and stuff, and then changed your 10 to life
Yo, it
inside the
coulda-
joint.
yeah, it coulda happened
So
like that.
that's the choices I'm talking about making. You made a different conscious choice to change for the better while inside, not waiting till you got outside.
Right.
You did that inside. You know what I mean?
One of my old heads who came home, his name Vic, right? Asbury. You know, he told me yo, why is it that, you know, and this is a post that I got on my Facebook. I posted it a little while ago. He's like, yo, why is it that, right? You can go home, man, you can come to jail, stay away from the rats, you can stay away from the police, you can stay away from individuals that you just don't mix with. You know what I'm saying? You locked in mentally. You reading, working out, eating right, you know what I'm saying? You so super focused. But then get on the street and forget all that and come right back and going right back doing the same shit. He was like, I don't get it. Why is it that niggas live better in here than they do out there? So, you know, I sit there and I'm listening to him. And this was one of our many conversations
fact.
that we had.
That's fact, dude.
Sometimes, but that's why it was important for me to hit the ground running. Because I didn't want to give myself no opportunity, which I wasn't, but I didn't want to give nothing. Because our brain works, you know, in mysterious ways.
indeed.
I didn't want to give it that gap to really think like, no, I'm hitting the ground running. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I got things lined up all the way into the next year. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how you got to stay focused
Yes,
and stay
indeedy.
busy. And even on the sense of he's saying that because some of them jokers really think it's better to be in jail, no responsibility. They're gonna feed you. You ain't got to pay no bills, and all you got to
And they
worry
ain't
about
ripping and
is
running.
yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they still ripping and running a little bit.
They ripping.
It's in there,
But
dude.
I'm saying, and ripping and running, yeah, but you still got to
Nah,
worry
but
about
some
yourself. You
people
got to
just
look over your
function.
shoulder.
Some folk,
And
I don't care how you chop it up, they function better in that setting.
yeah, but that's
You
what
know
I'm
saying? When you
saying.
get out
Because
here
of
in this
responsibilities,
world, when you need
Them the ones that
multi skills to be functioning,
Yeah.
But them the ones
they
that
that just
ain't
don't work.
disciplined, they mind ain't where it ain't where it's supposed to be. It ain't. It just ain't where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think I was tired. With me, I was just tired. Like
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's what
yo,
it be.
I'm like, yo, because if your heart ain't ready to change, then ain't nothing ready to
Nope.
change. Like you can have these thoughts all day, but it's always said like, yo, your heart and your mind gotta be congruent. They gotta work together.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Them shits gotta work together because you can't have your mind on something different, but your heart telling you to do this. Them shits gotta work together because you could be thinking about wanting to change, but in your heart you ain't done yet.
Exactly.
As soon as you get out there, all that shit that you was studying and you learning and working out, as soon as you get out there, all that shit gonna go away because
If you ain't
the
applying.
distractions done came back now. You done gave in to these worldly things and you know it changed your whole trajectory and now you know it's sad, yo. It's sad, like yo. Half of the time, some people don't even know when I be crying. I be crying right in front of people sometimes, and they'll never know. The shit just slide down my eyes, just wipe it off and keep it moving because
They don't even know what time it is.
yeah, because like yo, you see you seen the decline, like Like, you know, you see like some people you grew up with constantly like going back and forth to jail, back and forth. You love these niggas, so you see it and you know you finally got it right. You be looking like, damn, I wish I could change that situation for him. You know what I'm saying? Or you done seen people fall from grace that
Gotta
you
want it.
they gotta want it, and it's like no matter how many times you know what I'm saying, you put something good in front of them. If that ain't what they want, then you know you can't really do nothing about it. But it hurts like a motherfucker.
Yes, indeed. Especially the watch.
Yeah, because you watching somebody slowly kill themselves. If they own something or into something that is no return, you know, that you can't return from. You know what I mean? And that's something really about gangbanging and these drugs, alcohol, all this shit. When you see somebody really into that, and you can't, you can suggest things, but telling them and they see something different, all you can do is like pray for them, bro.
Yeah, it's sad, you know, because, you know, it's family members that you done, it ain't just family members, but it's individuals that you seen growing up that was here. They was giants to you, you know what I'm saying? In every field, in every level of their life, they was a giant to you, looked up to them. And even family members, you know what I'm saying? Then now you do over 10 years and you come home, either they fell from grace or they on drugs. That's the most heartening, that's the most disheartening thing in the world, man.
It hurts.
That shit
you,
hurt bad.
You can try to help them. I say you extend your help, a helping hand, but after that, you got to keep moving forward.
That's right.
Because life ain't going to sit still for nobody. Life ain't sitting still for nobody. So you're going to have to just keep moving on, brother, and just doing what you need to do to make that movement you got going
excelling,
on.
man. We see the movement, man. Right. Yes, sir. You definitely heading, you know, doing what you need to do.
Heading in the right direction.
And the city, the city's behind it. I see the city's behind it.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, you know, it's a blessing, you know. It's a blessing. It really is, you know, because, you know, this thing is, like I said, I didn't expect for this to happen like this. I knew I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I acted like I was going to do this shit. You know, so coming out here and seeing it explode like this, and this is just, you know, one or two things that I just produced to the masses, and it reacted like this. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to like start kicking out some of the other things, which is great. You know, because like one of my favorite studies is African American studies. Like, you know, I studied that a lot in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe like once you realize what your ancestors been through, once you realize like how things transition and it's still the same old plague, you start to know you want better for yourself. You look at things differently. You look at people differently. You handle people differently.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
when you
move different.
You move different when you learn about that type of struggle. You know what I'm saying? So getting out here, it was like, and like I said, the first time I met my man, you know what I'm saying, from Asbury, he gave me that autobiography of Malcolm X. It was like, once you start learning about certain people, now I need to go back in time. I need to go back and see what happened.
Yeah, see what was over there. Yes, sir. What was going on then?
Yeah, like,
now you got to grab another book.
And it keep leading. And I call out there, all the books that I got came from a HBCU. Every book that I got, you know, majority of the books that I got came from HBCU because I wanted to study that type of culture straight from there. I ain't want it whitewashed. I ain't want nothing. I wanted it all, you know what I'm saying, the real and raw, authentic version of it. So learning about, you know, these studies, and then you come all the way up to today's time, it's like you know what you need to do because the cycle and that type of caste system is here to stay unless you build a community. So we don't have to use that system no more. We got our own, and we can go our own way, you know. So
new titles, I'd be surprised, man, getting because the you know the stigma is you're this, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. But nobody ever tell us, you know, we could be fathers, husbands, and business owners, entrepreneurs.
We had a president.
Until we see it happen.
We had a black president. You can be anything in this world you want to be.
Until you see it, you know, when Joker said it was actually
with
happening.
With that alone, you can travel, do whatever you need to do in life, man. Absolutely. Don't ever let them, like I said, it's all about discipline.
Shit, even with the current president. And this was something that I actually utilized for my brand, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at things for like, I don't.
He
just
was
look,
a great businessman,
He's a great businessman, but it was the fact
but
that
not president.
yeah, it was the fact that I watched him become president for the second time after being found guilty for charges. I'm like, so if he got charges and he became the president, what's going to stop me
I know
and the
that's
people
right.
that I'm dealing with, ex-felons, from getting a second chance? He got a second chance. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to push this and kick this out. So if our president, you know what I'm saying, got been found guilty for
Exactly.
been found guilty for certain things, and he got another chance. He in that seat. All right, so ex-felon's about to get a
my
second
problem.
chance.
I know that's right.
What's it gonna stop us now? Because it's like our
I
president.
think he was supposed to sign some type of bill about felons. The records.
Well, yeah, you got to be. Yeah, he pushed it through, and you be charge free and out of trouble for a certain amount of 10 years, I think a decade. You get your charges wiped free, and saying you can get your gun license. You can get certain things after you get that wiped off. Heck yeah, what I'm saying, definitely the way
They got new procedures now. You can get your records expunged.
Yeah, absolutely.
The lawyers, the prosecutors, judge, all cahoots. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. I'm waiting.
No, for real, because
get back at me. I'm on that wave.
To start life over, to have that fresh
Exactly.
breath of air, to live and do what you want without this type of stigma stamped on you. You know what I'm saying? Following you around everywhere you go. So I figured, even when I was sitting up here and creating these logistics to the program, it was like, there's no way you could deny me now, like our president.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna push every boundary because this is what I want.
Like this.
Because we don't have to. I don't want nobody feeling like they got to give me a handout. No, you're gonna see the work ethic. You're gonna see what I'm doing, and I want you to give me a second chance
Yes,
to give
sir, an
everybody else a second
opportunity.
chance, man. Like we got families. You see what's going on out here in the world. You see how everything was designed for to be like this. So now open it up and give us, give me a chance to
Exactly.
make sure everybody else got a second chance. You know what I'm saying? So
We all need a second chance. Second chance, third chance.
absolutely, absolutely.
I know I needed like a 4-piece. So I was somewhere around there. I needed 4 chances.
Well, y'all get out and support
Yes, sir, man.
and keep it moving.
Y'all know what time it is.
Keep them intact. Keep them on your phones.
Yes, indeed. Ex-Felon
Plaster
to
his
Ex-Felon.
anything that he posts. Support. Come out. Support the community. Support any and everything this man is doing. It's a young, strong black man in the community.
Hold up, we gonna plug in that
You know what I
code
mean?
drive.
The Coat Drive you having.
Ex-Felon to Ex-Felon code drive.
314 Liberty
Yes,
Street,
sir. 314 Liberty Street.
Joanne
Joanne
Gardens.
Hollis Gardens. What's the time on that? Look like 1 p.m.
Yeah, we're gonna do 1 o'clock until we done, man.
1
So
1 o'clock
till
till they done. The projects.
Yes, sir.
Plainfield.
Pull up.
We represent all day.
brand new coats. These brand new
Brand
coats.
new coats, hats.
If you want to
hats,
donate,
socks.
you donate. Get in touch with him on his Facebook page, inbox.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Stunna. You want to donate, help out, come out, hand out hot chocolate when they're giving out the coats, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we here.
Support this young man.
And we here, and once they start seeing, the next few things roll out, and I definitely want them to be on the lookout for this. Pouring in the dad is a thing that I'm basically is women and men beyond bars, and that is a thing for me because mental health is real, and family reannountification is like learning how to, engage with your children or your family after doing any amount of time. You know what I'm saying? We want to bring in people that can help us get together and start pouring in the fathers and mothers that's coming from these places to help us
Give 'em a little
reconnect
chance.
back with our children and our family, in a more, desired way. So, it's a whole lot that go into that, but that right there is the next few things that's about to drop. And I want them to look out for that because we need it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Joker's definitely needing that transition.
need that transition. It's the hardest thing in the world was to like plug back in with my family or my son for one. Because when I left, he was 6. I came home, he's 17. So trying
It's
to
a nice little gap.
yeah. So, and then today is still a little, you know what I'm saying? But we making it happen. We kind of got
step
things
by
on.
step. You got to.
One day at a time.
I appreciate
That's
y'all,
it.
man. Thank y'all for having me on, man. And we're going to keep going up.
Yes,
Already
sir.
know.
N Pimpin, Stunna.
Indeed, man. Every time, y'all know what time it is.
Ex-Felon, Ex-Felon, man.